Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with another installment of Building the Team. Finally got to play the third and final month of the Marvel HeroClix X-Men Ten of Swords storyline organized play event. The way my play group did this, for the sake of simplicity, was as a basic sealed event. So we each bought 2 boosters, built a team, a 300-point team out of what we pulled. We'll take a look at what, and as per usual, we'll take a look at what I pulled, what I ran, and a few other things too. So, kicking things off, we've got Dazzler. Pulled out our first booster. I really like this sculpt. It's a very, well, Dazzler sculpt. So, forgive me, I'm old. Dazzler comes in at 75 points or 35 points, has the team player wildcard team ability, as well as the Excalibur, Mojoverse, Shield, X Factor, X-Men, and Celebrity keywords. Looking at her dial, we have a full run of running shot. On attack, we open up with 2 clicks of special power, hit him with the old Razzle Dazzle, which grants her Pulse Wave. When she uses it, after resolutions, give each hit opposing character an action token. After 2 clicks of that, she will get a click of regular Pulse Wave, 2 more clicks of special power, and a final click of Pulse Wave. Defensively speaking, we've got 2 clicks of Initial Deflection, followed by a click of Willpower, then 2 more clicks of Initial Deflection, and 1 final click of Willpower. On damage, we've got 2 clicks of Enhancement, followed by a click of Ranged Combat Expert, then 2 more clicks of Enhancement, and 1 final click of Ranged Combat Expert. As you can see, she's not exactly a heavy hitter. She's in there mostly for the, she has her perks, namely the enhancements and the Pulse Wave mixed with Incap. That said, still she has her uses, and she's good filler. She makes her a decent filler. Next up, we've got the Green Priestess. We got a few of these already, but So the Green Priestess comes in at 40 points, has the Mystical keyword, as well as a trait protecting the wilds around the Starlight Citadel. This grants her shit. What? I'm old. If Green Priestess is outdoors, modify her attack and defense by +1. Okay, looking at her dial, we've got a full run of Stealth, 3 clicks of Penetrating Psychic Blast, full run of Super Senses, and then 2 clicks at the back end of the dial of Ranged Combat Expert. Next, we've got a figure I was honestly hoping to pull. Orphan Maker, making his HeroClix debut. The Hellions, after all, were a sub-theme of the set. So Orphan Maker comes in at 75 points or 40 points. Has the Hellions, X-Men, Armor, and Assassin keywords. We also have improved targeting. May make ranged attacks out of adjacency, including target adjacent opposing characters. And finally, a trait, Armored Battlesuit, which grants an inertial deflection. When our Orphan Maker is up penetrating damage, after resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage to an adjacent opposing character. Okay, alright. Looking at his dial, we open up with 3 clicks of Running Shot, which gives away 3 clicks of Charge, then a click of Running Shot at the end. On attack, we get 3 clicks of Penetrating Psychic Blast, 3 clicks of Super Strength, then a click of Precision Strike. Defensively speaking, we've got Invulnerability for 3 clicks, then Toughness for 3 clicks, and then on the last click, we have the special power Resurrection in Araco. Is a stop click, grants him invulnerability. When this click is first revealed, for the rest of the game, Orphan Maker modifies his combat values by +1. Which is actually kind of a big deal, because that does mean range and damage. Then on damage, we've got 4 clicks of Perplex at various points. The first 2 clicks Then we get the first and last click on his secondary, on his lower point value. Then, for booster number 1, we've got Mr. Sinister, whom we pulled as well in month 1. Sinister comes in at 80 points. He has the Hellions, Marauders, Quiet Council, X-Men inside his keywords. He also has a Rally trait, which keys off of friendly attack rolls that include a 1 and grants him plasticity. Once per turn, you may remove one of Mr. Sinister's Rally dice to replace a die on an opposing attack roll with it. Did that ever come in handy? Well, we'll see, maybe. Looking at he comes in at 80 or 45. 80 points or 45 points. Looking at his dial, we've got 4 clicks of Running Shot, followed by 3 clicks of Mind Control, 4 clicks of Penetrating Psychic Blast, followed by 3 clicks of Poison, 4 clicks of Toughness, followed by 3 clicks of Combat Reflexes, 4 clicks of the special damage power, Make No Mistake, I Am in Charge, which grants Leadership, Outwit, and Shape Change. When Mr. Sinister uses Shape Change and succeeds, he can't be attacked this turn. After that, we get 3 clicks of regular Outwit. And we also pulled another copy of, since each booster includes a sword, we got another Skybreaker, which grants Bladeclaw's Fangs, and once per turn when this character hits or uses it, after resolutions, they may make a range attack using improved targeting adjacency, but only to target a hit character. As for our second booster, we got Cable. I like the sculpt. Both the Ten of Swords sculpts for Cable were pretty good, actually. Cable comes in at either 75 points or 45 points, has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Sword, X-Men, Future, Soldier, and Warrior keywords. He has the Costed Swordbearer trait for 5 points as well. And then looking at his dial, we open up with 2 clicks of Running Shot, followed by 4 clicks of Charge and 2 more clicks of Running Shot. On attack, we get 2 clicks of the special attack power. It's from the future, which grants Penetrating Psychic Blast and improved targeting, ignores and destroys. I think that's ignores and destroys blocking. Then we get 4 clicks of Precision Strike and 2 more clicks of It's from the Future. Defensively speaking, we get 2 clicks of Inertial Deflection, 4 clicks of Toughness, and 2 more clicks of Inertial Deflection, and sadly, nothing on damage. I do kind of feel that's a downside of the figure. Moving on to our next figure, we have the Sevilithi Vampire. I kind of like the way this guy looks. And I seriously want to put together a vampire team with a bunch of these guys and some other vampires. Sevilithi Vampire comes in at 40 points, has the Monster keyword, and well, looking at his dial, we get 3 clicks of Charge, followed by 2 clicks of Plasticity, 5 clicks of Bladeclaw's Fangs, nothing on defense, 3 clicks of Exploit Weakness, followed by 2 clicks of Empower. Okay, alright. Not great, not terrible. You know, makes for a good fodder piece, I'd say. Good for a monster swarm. Next up, we've got Storm. Once again, we pulled Storm every month of the event. Storm comes in at either 70 points or 45 points, has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Morlocks, Quiet Council, Wakanda, X-Men, and Ruler keywords. We've got 2 traits. First off is the Costed Swordbearer trait for extra 5 points. She starts the game equipped with any sword equipment equipped. We also have a Rally trait, which grants her stealth, keys off of opposing attack rolls, include a 5, free. Remove one of the Storm's Rally dice. If you do, this turn when Storm makes an attack, opposing characters can't positively modify their defense values. Gotta remember that if I ever run her again. Looking at her dial, we've got a full run of Charge. On attack, we open up with 4 clicks of the special power Lightning Strike, which grants Giant Reach of 3 and Quake. This is followed by 3 clicks of Precision Strike. Defensively speaking, we open up with 3 clicks of Super Senses, followed by 4 clicks of Combat Reflexes. Defensively, we get 4 clicks of Exploit Weakness, and 3 clicks of Close Combat Expert. Okay, all right. And wrapping up the figures from the second booster, and we've got Death. Death comes in at 70 points, or 45 points. He has the Araco, Horseman, and Animal keywords. We also have improved targeting in artillery terrain. We've got 2 traits. First off is the Sword Bearer trait, so same as Storm's trait and Cable's. Next trait is the First Children. At the beginning of the game, if your starting force has 2 or more characters with the Horseman keyword, this game, Death has Steel Energy, but with close or range attacks. If a friendly character named Apocalypse, Annihilation, or Genesis is on your force, modify Death's attack and defense by +1. Okay. Looking at his dial, we open with 4 clicks of Phasing Teleport, followed by 3 clicks of Charge. On attack, we've got 4 clicks of the special power Eye of Death, which grants Smoke Cloud, and Smoke Cloud is free. When Death makes a close attack, he may target opposing characters occupying his Smoke Cloud markers, regardless of adjacency. Okay. On defense, we get 4 clicks of the special power Horseman of Death, which grants Super Senses and Willpower. This is followed up by 3 clicks of Combat Reflexes. Damage-wise, we open with 4 clicks about Wit, which then gives way to 4 clicks of Enhancement. Okay. And, well, we also pulled another Muramasa Blade, which grants Blade's Claw's Fangs, and when the character uses it, the hit character is given a Curse token if they don't already have one. When a character with a Curse token would be healed, instead, they remove a Curse token. Or would heal. Now we've got a few other things to look at too. Some tarot cards, and a few other goodies I picked up over the course of things. Among those being, well, friend of the channel, Lucas from HeroClix headquarters, pulled Grey Crow. Now Grey Crow was first on the top of my want list for this set, just because I'm trying to put together the Hellions. Him and Orphan Maker were both pretty high up on my wants. I didn't pull him in either of my boosters. I did play against him though. Grey Crow comes in at either 80 points or 40 points. Has the Hellions, Marauders, X-Men, Assassin, and Soldier keywords. Looking at his dial, we've got 4 clicks of Running Shot, followed by 4 clicks of Leap Climb. Full dial of Penetrating Psychic Blast. Then we've got 2 clicks of Initial Deflection, 4 clicks of Toughness, and 2 clicks of Regeneration. On damage, we open up a special power, Hunt You Down. When Grey Crow hits a character with 2 action tokens, after resolutions, remove an action token from him. This is then followed by 4 clicks of Ranged Combat Expert. There's a good chance we'll be seeing a bit of him in the coming videos. Then the participation prizes. We've got the Horseman. We got Famine of the First Horseman. Famine comes in at 75 points or 50 points. Has the Araco, Horseman, and Deity keywords, as well as the trait the First Children, same as Death. Looking at Famine's dial, we've got 4 clicks of Phasing Teleport, followed by 3 clicks of Charge. On attack, we open up with special power Feel Your Hunger, which grants Incapacitate. When Famine uses it, after resolutions, choose 1. Hit characters given an action token, unequip any equipment. Or hit unequipped characters given an action token are dealt 1 penetrating damage. Okay. Then we get 3 clicks of regular Incapacitate. On defense, we have the special power Greatest of His Name, which grants combat reflexes and willpower. Opposing characters within range may only remove action tokens when they clear, not by any other effect. So leadership and willpower don't work within his range, which is 5. Damage-wise, we open up with a couple clicks of Yeah, 2 clicks of Empower, then 4 clicks, or no, 3 clicks of Exploit Weakness. Okay. Next, we've got Nimrod the Greater. Little Nimrod drone from the year 1000 section portions of Powers of 10. Nimrod the Greater comes in at 25 points. It's unique. Has the Sentinel, Future, and Robot keywords. We got 2 traits. First up, Eliminating Homo Superior. When a friendly character with the Sentinel keyword is KO'd, give Nimrod the Greater a library token. Free. Remove 3 library tokens and choose an opposing character within range and line of fire. If you did, the chosen character can't use powers and Nimrod until Nimrod the Greater takes damage. Protected. Pulse Wave. Okay. Then we've got a Living Database. Outwit. When Nimrod the Greater starts the game, you may choose a friendly character with the Sentinel keyword. When Nimrod the Greater uses Outwit, he may count range and draw lines of fire from the square of the chosen character. Okay, alright. Then looking at the dial, we've got 2 clicks of Invincible and 2 clicks of Toughness. But at 25 points, you know, that's fine. Especially with that whole being able to draw range and line of fire from another friendly figure with the Sentinel keyword. That, yeah, that can get real nasty real fast. And next we get to look at is an additional sword. Pog. This was in one of the booths was pulled by the player I was whose entry I picked up. Pog grants Blade's Claw's Fangs and Giant Reach of 3. If this character already has Giant Reach, increase the Giant Reach value by 1. Okay. That could be used. Well, Storm could use that. Get her first few clicks, she'd be up to Giant Reach 4. And finally, the prize figure, which I managed to lay hands on. Pog. I gotta say, I love the way this bad boy looks. So Pog comes in at either 270 points, 170 points, or 70 points. It has the Araco, Animal, Assassin, and Warrior keywords. We also got 2 traits. First off, we have Swordbearer, an uncosted version, which also states that as you can, Pog starts the game with any sword equipment equipped and can use its effect regardless of being a non-standard character. Okay. Then we have an entire new world to plunder. When Pog hits a single target with a close attack, you may choose to deal a maximum of 1 damage to a hit target. If you do, unequip that character, and if another friendly character is adjacent to Pog or the hit character, you may choose that character to equip the unequipped equipment. Okay. Okay, so you hit an opposing character, and then they drop their equipment, and if there's a friendly character adjacent to either Pog or the target, they get the equipment. Well, okay, alright. Looking at his dial, it's a long one, obviously. We open up with the special power, An Entire World, Says You, which grants Charge and Flurry. A couple clicks of regular charge, then a few more clicks of the special power. Then we get some regular flurry for the last 4 clicks. On attack, we open up with a few clicks of Precision Strike, then Super Strength, back to Precision Strike, then Steel Energy. Defensively speaking, we open up with Invincible, which gives way to Invulnerability for a while, then some Toughness. Last click is Stop. We have a special power, Now I Know You're my opponent. The Stop click grants Toughness. Then on damage, we open up with a few clicks of Exploit Weakness, then a long block of Perplex, and then the last few clicks we've got Empower. Okay, alright. This is I'm definitely trying to put together something involving, including this bad boy. But finally, we'll take a look at our. Before we look at the build, how I built things, we'll look at the tarot cards I got. First off, we got the Hierophant. I like that shot of Legion. Combat values can't be modified or replaced. Not entirely digging that one, but you know, mainly just because of the whole universality of it. Then we've got the Emperor. When this card is put into play, each player chooses a friendly character with the highest point value on their force. While this card is in play, the chosen characters have Colossal and Safeguard Outwit. Okay. Which likely means they'd also end up dropping, if they're equipped, they drop any equipment they had. Next up, we've got the King of Pentacles. When a character is given a move action, after resolutions, remove an action token from them. That I like. Then we've got the Hermit. I like the fact they used Nate Gray for one of these. It wasn't just stuff right for the House of Ten of Swords. When this card is put into play, each player chooses a friendly character from anywhere on the map, or places a friendly character from anywhere on the map into their starting area. Okay. Then we have the title card for the set, Ten of Swords. When a character uses poison, they deal damage even if they have been moved or placed during their turn. Okay. And finally, we have the World. When this card leaves play, each player gains 1 mission point, maximum 3, for each friendly character in an opposing starting area. Okay. That could be useful in a mission point based team. So, what did I run? Well, as I couldn't use Pog or Pog myself, I didn't run it. So, but my team consisted of Mr. Sinister at full points, Orphan Maker at full points, and then Dazzler, Cable, and Storm, all on their lower point values. Came up to 295 points. Both Cable and Storm Cable was equipped with the Muramasa Blade, while Storm was equipped with Skybreaker. First match, I beat Lucas rather handily, and in fact, Mr. Sinister's rally ability clinched the victory for me. Lucas had pulled White Tower, one of the super rares from the set. Orphan Maker and Sinister had been whittling him down with Penetrating Second Blast, but he's got means of healing quite a bit, and so for every bit of damage I managed to do, he managed to get just high enough so that I couldn't. It was hard to finish him off, and then he made an attack roll on his last click against Orphan Maker, and well, I had a 1 on my card, 1 on Sinister's card for his rally ability. And so I replaced the non-1 die in the roll with a 1, dealing him that last bit of damage he needed before being KO'd. Then didn't get a bye at all this week. We had an even number of players, so. But I believe the second match, I got a whole 0 points. And in the third match, I managed to pull off some points, and it was actually I wouldn't say it's close, but it's a lot closer than I would have expected it to be. But anyway, that is going to do it for now. Now that we've got Grey Crow and Orphan Maker, there's a good possibility we're going to be doing another building the team special edition, focusing on the Hellions, based on a Hellions build. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal account in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying, live long and rock hard.